In a small, peaceful neighborhood, life moved slowly. The streets were quiet, and people knew each other by name. Children played in the park, neighbors greeted each other with smiles, and everything seemed calm and safe. In this neighborhood lived a young black boy named Malik. Malik was only 13 years old. He was shy and soft-spoken, but everyone who met him saw that he was kind-hearted. Malik lived in a small, tidy house at the corner of Maple Street. The house was simple but full of warmth. Malik loved his home and felt safe there. Malik's best friend was not a person but a dog. Max was a large, strong German shepherd with shiny black fur and sharp, intelligent eyes. Max and Malik were inseparable. Max was loyal and protective, always watching over Malik with careful attention. Whenever Malik felt nervous or scared, Max was there to comfort him. Every morning, Malik and Max would walk around the neighborhood. They would visit the park, wave at the neighbors, and sometimes stop to chat with old Mr. Jenkins, who loved telling stories about the past. Malik felt lucky to have Max by his side. He knew that no matter what happened, Max would keep him safe. But not everyone in the neighborhood was peaceful. Unknown to Malik and his neighbors, a thief was lurking nearby. The man was tall, with cold eyes and quick hands. He had been stealing from houses in nearby towns and was looking for an easy target. The thief thought this quiet neighborhood would be perfect because people seemed too relaxed and unaware. The thief walked slowly along the streets one late afternoon. He looked carefully at the houses, trying to find one that looked empty or weak. His eyes stopped on Malik's small house. "This looks easy," he thought. "The boy lives alone most of the day. No one will notice if I sneak inside." The thief did not know anything about Malik or Max. He only saw a small house, a shy boy, and no signs of danger. He smiled to himself, imagining how simple it would be to steal from here. Malik, meanwhile, was inside his room doing his homework. Max lay quietly on the floor beside him, watching the window. Max was always alert. He had a strange feeling that something was wrong today. His ears twitched at every little sound. The usual peaceful silence was broken by small noises outside, footsteps, rustling leaves, and a soft whisper of the wind. Max stood up suddenly and moved closer to the door. He sniffed the air carefully. His instincts told him that someone was nearby. Malik noticed Max's change and looked worried. "What is it, Max?" he whispered. But Max only growled softly, his body tense and ready. Outside, the thief crept closer to the house. He moved carefully, trying not to make noise. His heart beat fast with excitement and greed. He reached the back door and pulled out a small crowbar. He started working on the lock, hoping it would open easily. Suddenly, Max barked loudly. It was a deep, strong bark that echoed through the quiet street. The thief froze for a moment, surprised by the sudden noise. Then Max jumped towards the door, his teeth showing and eyes fierce. Malik rushed out of the room, his heart pounding. "Max!" "Stop!" Malik shouted. But Max was already between the thief and the door. The thief took a step back, startled by the dog's bravery. He was not expecting such a strong protector for a small boy. Max growled again, warning the thief to stay away. His loud barking woke the neighbors. Lights in the nearby houses started to turn on, and people looked outside to see what was happening. The thief realized that his plan was not going smoothly. The quiet neighborhood was not as easy a target as he thought. Malik's dog was not just a pet. Max was a guardian. The thief took a few cautious steps back, eyeing the dog and the boy. Malik felt a rush of relief seeing Max protect him. He knew Max was not just any dog. Max was special, trained to protect him no matter what. Malik reached out and hugged Max tightly, whispering, "Thank you, my friend. You saved me." The thief, now scared and nervous, decided it was better to leave than to face more trouble. He quickly turned and disappeared into the shadows, running away from the house and the brave dog. The neighbors came out to check on Malik and Max. Mrs. Lopez, who lived next door, smiled and said, "You have a very brave dog, Malik. He saved you today." Malik smiled back, feeling proud of Max. He knew that Max's protection was more than just a gift. It was love and loyalty. The quiet neighborhood was safe again, at least for now. But deep inside, Malik wondered, was this thief gone for good? Or would he come back? And if he did, would Max be ready? The sun set slowly, painting the sky with colors of orange and pink. Malik and Max sat by the window, watching the world outside. Malik whispered, "No one will hurt us, Max. We are a team." Max wagged his tail and licked Malik's hand. Together they were ready for whatever the future held. The morning after the thief's escape, the neighborhood was calm again, but Malik could not stop thinking about what happened. He felt a mix of fear and anger. How could someone try to break into his home, and why? Malik got ready for school, but his mind was not on his lessons. Max sat by the door, alert and watchful as always. Malik knew Max was not just a pet, he was his protector and friend. Malik was thankful every day for having Max with him. At school, Malik noticed some strange looks from other students. Some whispered, others stared. He wasn't sure if they had heard about the thief, or if they were just curious about the dog. Malik kept his head down and went to class. But the silence didn't last long. During lunch break, Malik overheard a group of boys talking near the cafeteria. "Did you hear about that thief?" one boy said. "He tried to steal from that black kid's house. Crazy, right?" Another boy laughed. "Yeah, but the dog scared him off. That dog must be trained or something." Malik felt a sharp sting inside. He didn't like being talked about like that. He wanted to show them he was more than just the shy boy with the brave dog. After school, Malik and Max walked home slowly. Malik wanted to clear his mind. He felt safe when he was with Max, but he still worried about the thief coming back. That evening, Malik's father, Mr. Harris, called him on the phone. Malik's parents lived in another city because of work, but they always checked on him. "Malik, I heard about the trouble last night," his father said. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine, Dad," Malik replied. "Max protected me. The thief ran away." "That's good to hear," said his father. "But be careful, son. Sometimes bad people don't stop so easily." Malik nodded, even though his father could not see him. He promised to be careful, but Malik did not tell his father about something else, something that was worrying him even more. A few days after the first attempt, Malik noticed something strange. Max was restless. The dog barked at shadows, growled at the wind, and would not let Malik out of his sight. It was as if Max knew danger was coming. One evening, Malik saw a strange car parked near his house. The car's windows were dark, and no one came out. Malik's heart raced. He felt like someone was watching him. Max stood by the window, growling low and fierce. Malik wished he could be braver, but he was scared too. He called his best friend, Amir. "Amir, I think someone is following me," Malik whispered on the phone. "There was a strange car near my house today." Amir was quiet for a moment. "Malik, you need to be very careful. Tell your neighbors. Don't go anywhere alone." Malik agreed. He decided to tell Mrs. Lopez, his kind neighbor. Mrs. Lopez listened carefully. "Malik, you're a smart boy. Max is watching out for you, but I will also keep an eye on things." That night, Malik could not sleep. Max stayed close, resting his head on Malik's feet. Malik whispered, "I trust you, Max. Please keep me safe." The next day, Malik's school day was normal, but he felt a new kind of fear inside. He wondered why the thief wanted to steal from him. What was so special about Malik that he became a target? At fencing practice, Malik found a new way to focus. The sport helped him forget his fears for a while. His coach noticed Malik's determination and said, "You're getting better every day, Malik. Keep it up." Malik smiled, feeling proud. He knew he had to be strong, not just for himself, but for Max too. One afternoon, as Malik returned home, he saw the strange car again. This time, the car followed him slowly down the street. Malik's heart pounded fast. He ran faster, Max, by his side, barking loudly. Neighbors came out, asking what was wrong. Malik told them about the car. They promised to help keep watch. That night, Malik knew the danger was real. The thief was not just a random criminal. Someone was after him for a reason Malik did not yet understand. Max growled softly as Malik sat by the window. Malik whispered, "We have to be ready, Max. Whatever happens, we will face it together." The quiet neighborhood was no longer as peaceful as it seemed. A storm was coming, and Malik and Max had to prepare. The days after Malik spotted the strange car, the tension in the neighborhood grew. Everyone was watching more carefully. Malik's friends, neighbors, even the local shopkeeper started looking out for him. But Malik knew the real protection came from Max, his dog. Max was not just any dog. He was trained in special ways. Malik's uncle had taught Max when Malik was a little boy. Max was smart, strong, and fearless. One afternoon, Malik's best friend Amir came over to visit. Amir had heard the rumors about the thief and the strange car. "Malik, are you scared?" Amir asked, nervously looking around. Malik shook his head. "A little. But Max is with me. He won't let anything happen." Just then, Max barked loudly from the backyard. Malik and Amir ran outside to see what was wrong. In the shadows, a figure moved quickly. It was the thief, trying to sneak into Malik's backyard again. Malik's heart raced. Amir froze, but Max charged forward, barking fiercely. The thief tried to run, but Max was too fast. The dog bit the thief's jacket, making him fall to the ground. Malik and Amir quickly called the neighbors. Within minutes, people came running. The thief was caught by the neighborhood watch. Malik's heart pounded. With relief. "Max saved me," Malik said proudly, petting his dog. The next day, the police arrived. They took the thief away and promised to keep the neighborhood safe. But Malik still felt uneasy. Why was someone so determined to steal from him? What was the real reason? Malik decided to ask his uncle, who had trained Max. His uncle was a quiet man with deep knowledge about dogs and protection. When Malik visited him, his uncle said, "Malik, Max is special. He has the skills to protect you. But you must also be brave. Danger can come from unexpected places." Malik nodded. "I want to be strong like you, Uncle." His uncle smiled. "You already are, Malik. Remember, protection is not just about strength. It's about courage and heart." Back at home, Malik started to practice more with Max. He trained with his dog every day, learning commands and how to stay calm in danger. One evening, Malik found an old box in the attic. Inside were letters and photos from his father, who had been a security officer before moving away. Reading those letters, Malik learned about bravery, trust, and protecting the people you love. He felt a new strength inside him. That night, Malik slept with Max close by, ready for whatever came next. The night was quiet in Malik's neighborhood. The stars shone softly in the dark sky, and a cool breeze moved through the trees. Everyone was asleep except Malik and Max. They were ready, just in case. Malik lay in bed but couldn't stop thinking about the thief. What if he came back? He looked over at Max, who was lying by the door, alert and watchful. Max's ears twitched at every little sound. Suddenly, Malik heard a noise outside. It was soft at first, a faint rustling near the window. Malik's heart started beating faster. He got out of bed quietly, careful not to wake his mother. Max stood up and growled low. Malik grabbed his flashlight and tiptoed to the living room window. Outside, he saw a shadow moving near the garden. Without thinking twice, Malik whispered, "Max, be ready." The shadow moved closer to the house. Malik's hands trembled, but he stayed calm. Max growled louder, showing his teeth. Suddenly, the thief appeared in the moonlight, trying to open the back door quietly. Malik felt a cold rush of fear, but he remembered his uncle's words. "Be brave," Max barked fiercely, charging toward the thief. The thief tried to run, but Max was fast and strong. He grabbed the thief's sleeve again. Malik shouted, "Stop, I'm calling the police." The thief looked scared and stumbled backward. Malik quickly dialed 911 on his phone. Neighbors began to hear the noise and opened their windows. Lights turned on in the houses nearby. The thief knew he was caught. Max stayed close to Malik, ready to protect him. Minutes later, police cars arrived with flashing lights. Officers rushed to the backyard and arrested the thief. The man looked surprised and angry but couldn't escape. One officer smiled at Malik. "You and your dog did a great job tonight. You saved yourself and the neighborhood." Malik felt proud, but also tired. He realized how much danger he had faced. The next morning, the whole neighborhood was talking about what happened. Malik was no longer just the quiet boy next door. He was a hero. But Malik still had questions. Why did the thief want to steal from him? Was it just because he looked like an easy target? Or was there something more? He decided to find out. Malik went back to the attic and looked at his father's old letters again. One letter mentioned someone who had trouble with thieves in their old neighborhood. Maybe this thief was connected to that past. Malik knew he had to be ready for whatever came next. He promised himself he would protect his family, his home, and his dog, no matter what. The morning sun brightened Malik's room, but his mind was still heavy. The thief's visit was not just a random event. Malik felt there was something bigger behind it. He sat at the kitchen table with his mother. "Mom," he said quietly, "why do people think we are easy targets? Why did that thief come here?" His mother looked worried but smiled softly. "Malik, sometimes people judge others without knowing the whole story. But you are strong, and you have Max to protect you." Malik nodded, but he wanted more answers. After school, he decided to visit his grandfather. Grandpa always knew family secrets and stories from the past. When Malik arrived, his grandfather welcomed him with a warm hug. Malik told him everything. About the thief, Max's bravery, and the strange feeling that something was not right. Grandpa looked serious. "Malik, your father was a good man. He worked hard to protect this family and this neighborhood." He paused and then said, "A few years ago, there was trouble with a group of thieves in a nearby town. Your father helped stop them, but some of those thieves never forgot." Malik's eyes widened. Could the thief who tried to break into their home be one of those from the past? Was this danger coming back? Grandpa nodded slowly. "I think so. They may want revenge or something they lost long ago." Malik felt a chill run down his spine. The quiet neighborhood he loved was now a place with shadows from the past. That night, Malik couldn't sleep. He sat on his bed, thinking about what he had learned. Max lay beside him, calm and alert as always. Malik made a promise. "I will protect our home no matter what. We won't be afraid." The next day, Malik told his school friends about Max and the thief. Some were surprised, others were scared. But one friend, Sarah, said, "Malik, you're brave. You and Max are heroes." That gave Malik new strength. He realized he was not alone, but the thief's visit was only the beginning. More challenges were coming, and Malik had to be ready. The days after the thief's visit were tense. Malik stayed alert every moment. Max was always by his side, watching carefully. One afternoon, Malik was walking home from school when he noticed a strange man standing near the corner shop. The man looked rough and seemed out of place in their quiet neighborhood. Malik felt nervous but decided to keep walking. Suddenly, the man called out, "Hey kid, you're Malik, right?" Malik stopped and looked at him. "Yes, who are you?" The man smiled, but it wasn't a friendly smile. "My name is Carter. I used to know your father. We worked together a long time ago." Malik was surprised. "You knew my dad?" Carter nodded. "Yes, and I know about those thieves who want revenge. I'm here to help you." Malik didn't know if he should trust Carter, but something in Carter's eyes was honest. Carter continued, "Your father was a great man, Malik. He saved many lives, but those enemies want to finish what they started." Malik felt a mix of fear and hope. "What can I do?" Carter said, "You're stronger than you think, and Max is not just a dog. He's a protector, but we need a plan." Over the next few days, Carter taught Malik how to be careful and how to stay safe. He showed him small tricks to protect himself and his family. Malik listened carefully. He practiced what Carter taught him with Max by his side. One evening, Carter sat with Malik and said, "You're ready. If those thieves come back, you won't be alone." Malik felt ready to face whatever was coming, but even with Carter's help, Malik knew the danger was close. The quiet neighborhood was about to change forever. The night was dark and quiet. The whole neighborhood was asleep, but Malik was awake. He could feel something was wrong. Max sat close to Malik, growling softly. Malik looked out the window and saw shadows moving near his house. The thieves had returned. Malik's heart beat fast. He remembered Carter's advice. Stay calm, stay hidden, and let Max protect him. The thieves tried to open the door quietly, but Max was ready. He barked, loudly, sharp and strong. The barking woke the neighbors. Lights turned on in many houses. The thieves were shocked. They didn't expect Max to be so brave. Malik grabbed his phone and called Carter. "They're here. Please help." Carter answered quickly. "Stay calm, Malik. Police are on their way." Thieves heard the sirens in the distance. They tried to run, but Max chased them away with loud barks and fierce growls. Malik felt safe now. Max was his true protector, just like Carter said. When the police arrived, they caught the thieves before they could escape. The neighborhood was safe again, but Malik knew this was only the beginning. He looked at Max and smiled. "Thank you, my friend." Max wagged his tail, happy and proud. Malik was no longer just a quiet boy. He was brave. With Max and Carter by his side, he was ready for anything. The sun rose over the quiet neighborhood. After the scary night, everything felt calm again. But Malik knew things would never be the same. The police had caught the thieves. The neighbors thanked Malik and Max for their bravery. Malik became a small hero in the community. His parents hugged him tightly. "We are so proud of you," they said. Malik smiled, but he knew the real hero was Max, his loyal dog who never left his side. At school, Malik's classmates looked at him differently. No more whispers or stares. They saw his courage and strength. Malik even shared his story in class. He talked about fear, friendship, and never giving up. The principal invited Malik to speak at a school assembly. Everyone listened carefully to the quiet boy who had stood tall. Malik felt something change inside him. He was no longer just the shy boy from the neighborhood. He was strong, brave, ready for the future. One afternoon, Carter visited Malik's house. "You did great, kid," he said with a smile. "Remember, courage isn't about never being scared, it's about facing your fears." Malik looked at Max playing in the yard and nodded. From that day on, Malik's life was full of new hopes and dreams. He knew that with Max and his family, he could overcome any challenge. And the neighborhood? It was a safer, happier place, because sometimes the quietest boy has the loudest heart.